Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am finally going to be setting up my November budgets in the new Budget by Paycheck workbook. What I'm going to be using is a sticker kit by Mint. I've used the sticker kit before in the Leverage Planner. In fact, this is actually meant for the Leverage Planner, the large size or the large version. Pearl from the shop actually sent this over to me because I think I've sent her a message saying, oh, I hope you come out with stickers for the Budget by Paycheck workbook. So she so kindly sent this over to me to try out. I'm hoping that it works out. It looks like it is. I'm also going to be filling out my cashless expense trackers, or these expense trackers for my variable budgets or my variable spending. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to be using the Budget Mom pen. And I also have, I'll talk more about this later, but it's an Erin Condren dry erase or wet erase marker. And I find that these work better than these ones. And I'll talk more about it later on. So I'm really liking the Erin Condren ones, and I ended up finding it. I had it from a while back from when I made an order. And then Post-it note from all my balances, from last month. Because I am also going to be setting up paychecks 1 and 2. I have my Fudget app all ready and open and updated for October 30th, as well as November 13th. So that's paycheck 1 and 2. So first up, I'm going to go ahead and just set up the month. I think this came out pretty well. The stickers came out just fine. It fit perfectly to me, just fine. I did, however, mess up on the dates. I forgot I wanted to put October, or I wanted to start on October 30th because that's when we got paid. That's okay. I just made a note over here on our paydays. So paycheck number 1 is October 30th, paycheck 2 is November 13th, and then November 27th is going to be part of December's budget month. So I just made a note there. A couple of things going on, a couple appointments actually this month, mostly for my son. I just have a follow-up call with my gyno, OB, and then my son does have an oral surgery that actually got pushed back. It was supposed to happen in April, but got pushed back because of COVID, and it is going to be in a hospital setting, so there's a lot of procedures that goes with that. So he has to test for COVID as well as get a physical done with his pediatrician to make sure he's okay. And as for my goals for this month, of course, every single month is to stay within budget. And then number 2 is to not use our emergency fund to cover my husband's paycheck for November 13th, and to use our sinking funds first if we need to. I don't think that we will. We do have some leftover money from our paycheck on October 30th or the one before that, and it was supposed to go into savings, but I decided to leave it in our checking account because my husband, for our November 13th paycheck, he will just have 3 working days. I don't know if he's going to file for disability or not for missing the 2 weeks of work, but I just want to make sure that we're covered. I don't want to have to rely on waiting on that money. Just want to make sure we're good. So that's that. And then number 3 is to finish our holiday shopping by the end of November. So that way December, I can just focus on wrapping all the gifts. And then I am going to go ahead and set up paycheck number 1, which is October 30th. I'm already behind, I know. I'm going to hold off. I was going to do paycheck number 2, but I wanted to set that up when we find out how much my husband's going to get. I'm going to just update that later on. But for now, I am going to just set up October 30th paycheck. Okay, so this is pretty much it for paycheck number 1. All of our incomes here, we did have some left over that we had to carry over. And then for this paycheck, we are only going to be saving or depositing into our Christmas sinking fund. And then we want to hold on to this amount here to keep for the November 13th paycheck. I'm still not 100% sure on how much my husband will be getting paid. Like I said earlier, he is going to be working just 3 days for that paycheck. So we'll see how that goes. And then the only thing left to do is pretty much just fill out these expense trackers, which I use for my variable spending here, since we do have we mostly do use our debit card. We do have cash on hand, and that does go on here as well. But I do love to have this just kind of like how you would have a cash envelope and have like a running balance. I like having this with my variable spending just so I always have a running balance of pretty much how much I have left to spend or not spend. So I wanted to show you guys how this dry erase or wet erase marker is like. I don't know if it's marketed as a dry erase or wet erase, but it works just fine for these. I did test it out. So, and I love that it is more on the stiffer side when I write, because the Expo ones are kind of softer. Like, I'll just test it out on here. So it has like a, like it's fatter, or it's more, thicker lines, I guess. And I prefer this one here because the way I write fairly hard, even if I'm trying to write light. So I do prefer this one, and it doesn't smudge. So, and it actually stays more put, I feel like, than the other ones. So I am going to be using this, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill out the rest of these on here. Yeah, I love this so much better. I don't know where I put them or how I found them while I was actually organizing my stuff. So luckily I found them. Household, oh, I forgot to put the amount on here. So 70 for transportation. And then household is 40. If you guys know of any other wet erase markers that work well, I have been told that Sharpies work well as well. You just have to use rubbing alcohol to remove or to take it off, and I don't have any, so that's why I haven't used my Sharpies just yet. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful or found it interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye.